Yeah, just enough to dislocate it, and then you're basically in the joint like this.
Okay.
With your camera, your tools or whatever. And so sometimes but this angle changes from person to person. And so if you got the right angle and this is the right angle, then yeah, you could probably just come up here with a straight shot. But most people you don't, because you're like that. And so you could imagine if you put the guide and go straight, you would drill right through the cartilage.
Right.
Because this piece would be broken on this side, but this side you have cartilage. And so that's where the angle comes in handy, because then if you're like this coming in, you know, then you have your guy can put on this bone just like that.
Right.
See that? And you can drill up there.
That's cool. And as for the camera aspect, is that
The
just
camera's looking like this. We do it through two portals.
Okay, sweet.
So one's the working portal and one's your viewing portal.
Okay.
And in this case, you're viewing through a mid-anterior portal, which so the patient's laying on their back just like this. Actually, they're laying like that probably. And they have a post or gravity up against their sit bones. And then you're pulling the hip out like this. And then one is straight lateral, so it would be like, if you can feel your hip bone, that portal is like straight lateral, and then your viewing portal is like in the front looking this way.
Okay.
So this is the one where the guide would go.
Okay.
And that would be right here. And then you're viewing with a camera this way.
Gotcha.
And the camera is 70 degrees crooked, so you can see back at yourself. It's not straight. Like a laparotomy or whatever, laparoscope, you know, where you do the appendix and stuff, it's a straight camera. But in arthroscopy, the camera's curved.
Okay. And it just like displays the image on the screen, and that's how you know if
Yeah,
you're
you'd look like that. You'd play a video game. That's
Video game someone's life.
I just game all day. Yeah, that's great. That's
Right,
what we
that's
would
cool.
do. So
That's cool to
exactly how it
visualize.
would be. You know. And
Important.
so right now with I don't have my the real one, but right now when you put your labral anchors in, you have a guide that's orange like this, my orange guide, and it's curved similar to this. And then you drill up in there, and then you put your anchor in, which is a suture, and then you wrap the suture around the labrum and do a labral repair. Because the labrum might have a tear from here to here, let's say, and then you would repair the labrum. But when there's a fractured bone, the fracture is back like this. Those little anchors don't help. Now we got to put a screw in there. So right now we use a straight thing, and you go like that, and you put this big old screw, like a screw probably that size.
Wow.
You know, so it'd be nice to have smaller ones to make it a little bit easier to fixate that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Would you want? Is it just one screw you wanted, or
It'd be
multiple?
nice to do multiple.
Okay.
Like if we could get it to be the size of that screw that you guys gave me, and we could put 2 or 3 of those in, that would be ideal. I bet you that fixation would be stronger than one single screw that we use now, even though the screws are smaller.
Okay.
But if we ever got this sort of heading there where we could make it, I mean, we could test it out. We could that would be easy to do. You just make a fracture, put the screw in there, and put it on the MTS machine and see
Exactly.
if 2, 3 smaller screws are better than one bigger screw. You know, that would be an easy mechanical loading test to do.
So you mean like
failures.
2 to 3 screws right down this edge right
Yeah,
here?
that's correct. Like we could take that, we could put one, let's say here, one there, and one there.
Okay.
Because that size screw, I bet you fit 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty small, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what we look at. And I think the way we'd have it, we could go like this, and then you could just change your angle like that, and change your angle like this, and get it. That's my thought.
Yeah. So going forward, I think for the sizing of this, we'll make this a little bigger so that it's not so tight.
Yeah.
Will that still be okay? Like if it's like a couple millimeters each side bigger?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think so. You know, it'd be even better is if this could be clear, so you could see through.
Oh, clear.
Yeah. I know my
because
research
when you're
lab works with
looking,
clear resin that we could probably get.
Because the one thing I worry a little bit about with size isn't so much being able to get it into the patient and stuff. I think you could still do it, but the bigger this is, the harder it is to see. if you're in the right spot.
Right.
Oh.
Because your camera is like magnifying everything like 10 times. So even small items like the screw look freaking ginormous on the camera. And so in other words, if this was clear and you could see exactly where you were while you were in there, then the size wouldn't be as much of an issue.
That's true.
But I mean, we have to do what we have to do. If it's got to be a little bigger, then it's got to be bigger. That's it. I still think it would go in. You know, I think what you end up running the risk of is just, you know, running out of room with your view. You know.
Right. Yeah.
I still think you could go a little bit larger than this and still be okay. This is really a good one, so I think we just come in through here like this, get down the bone. This would be about where it would be on this.
When you're like in surgery, do you like music playing or anything? I always watch those like doctor shows where like
I don't mind, but sometimes people don't like it. Everybody's different.
Right.
So that's where I think we would go. Like right in there, like that.
We use this for a prototype. We have to dispose.
I don't know.
Contaminate, no?
Just throw it in like the dishwasher. Yeah, we can still reuse it.
I don't know.
That's the first prototype. Just keep it.
Yeah, I think right.
Yeah. And we still have a storage in the new building for this. But I haven't been there before.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't get the story.
I'm just trying to clear up the soft tissue so it'll make it easier to drill it if we want to try it out.
Right. Is this what you have to do in a human patient too?
Yeah, we use that cautery probe thing to do it in surgery because you can't use a knife like this. Yeah, and you're underwater, so you use this water cautery thing. It just burns the tissues away. Clears it out really easily. This part's really easy. Yeah, but right like that. Here's the bone right there, see?
Does that, when you get rid of the tissue like that, does that affect the patient at all after surgery?
No. You're not doing too much.
Yeah.
And then the labrum's like this. So this would be a labral tear probably in just like this. This is what we might find. Something just like that. Like a tear like this, see? So the labrum's torn through here, like that. And we'll make a tear, how about that? But this is what you would have on the patient. It's kind of a small knife, but so this is what it would be like. Yeah, there. And then this piece would be broken like that maybe. So we'd want to fix it like that.
Yeah,
that
I
would
think
be the fragment.
A couple small screws I think would be better than that one big screw.
Yeah, I think if we were going to have a screw that size, which is a really nice size for this, we could put a couple in and it would work really well. There, it would be just like this. Yeah, it'd be just like that. a little bit on a smaller scale. This laburnum's much bigger than most humans, but
Mhm.
it would be just like that, honestly.
Mhm.
And now you could see how the tears through here.
Mhm.
And so we'd fix the bone and then wire suture through here to sew this back down.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it'll be awesome. Let's clear this all a bit. Alright. You want to give it a go?
Mhm. Yeah.
Will it fit through there?
Oh yeah.
The drill
Yeah,
one?
we tested it out. The small one will.
Alright, should we try it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, something like this maybe? Yeah, you want to just give it a hold too? That one's hard. That one's really super duper hard. Burning the bone. It broke those screwdrivers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
See that? The heat generates it, and that's what happens in surgery. That's
Is
happened
that
to me
just because
before.
the bone is so frozen, or does this happen like?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't break it. It's maybe the hole's right there. I don't see it in there.
Mhm.
I've broken this before.
Mhm.
That's why I want to develop something that's like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. There. No, I think it's okay. Thought
Yeah.
it broke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Maybe just a tick. Yeah,
Mhm.
crack from the plastic.
Oh yeah, it could have been the plastic.
Yeah. With it, I think the hand, this guide needs to be more sturdy, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
It's hard to get it to push in there. See this mess?
Yeah.
I think the angle's right though, because it's not
Mhm.
drilling in here at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see the
try
tunnel.
to use
You can
that
see the
one
hole.
to drill a small hole in it and keep using this.
I don't know.
Should be better.
With a bigger drill.
Yeah.
It's going in. Just hard. It's going in, definitely going in.
Mhm.
How far do you think it would have to go in?